Hi, my name is Natalie Indelicato. I am on the board of Hope at Hand. Hope at Hand is a nonprofit organization in Jacksonville, Florida that provides art and poetry sessions to vulnerable and at-risk youth populations, or sometimes as we refer to them as at-hope populations. Young people who might need some extra support, motivation, hope. Using poetry and creative art and therapeutic approaches, we facilitate healing and personal growth for children and adolescents. The poetry facilitators go out into a variety of settings in the community and provide poetry lessons that typically include sharing a piece of poetry, learning how to create poetry, and then making something. Today, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite lessons, which is called the Two Sides of Me poem. And what I like about this lesson is that it looks a little bit different every time you complete it, just based on whatever might be going on in your life at the time. What it involves is having the prompts printed out or written out, and we will share those in the link below. And you can really do this by yourself or in a group of friends or family members, and it provides some insight on things that you've been thinking about, emotions you've been feeling, and things that you hope for the future. It's a tool to help gauge where people's hopes are and where they'll be in the future. And it also helps you reflect on yourself in the present and, again, for the future. So it's all about creating a hope if you are somewhere emotionally where you don't want to be, or where you have experienced pain, thinking about where you might be in the future. So I am going to share one that I created today. And again, they look a little bit different every time I sit down and do this lesson. But today, here's what my Two Sides of Me poem sounds like. I have known anxiety, and I will know peace. I've seen uncertainty, I will see knowing and change. I listened for humanity, and I will listen for understanding. I waited for a chance, and I will wait for someone else to have a chance to take the lead. Let there be peace, let there be comfort. I have desired feeling good enough, and I will desire self-acceptance. I have felt love, I will feel the love I have to share. I'm okay, and I am safe. So after you complete the Two Sides of Me poem, you can reflect by yourself or with others on what that process was like for you. Some of the questions that you could ask: what was your reaction to reading the poem out loud or sharing it with other people? How did it feel to complete the sentences in the present versus completing them for the future? Which line was the hardest and which line was the easiest to complete? Do you notice any themes among your lines? What was the overall mood of the poem? So I hope that this is a good break for you and something that you can take to use to reflect on this very unique and uncertain time, and then try it out at a different point in your life and see how it might change. Thank you so much for your time, and hope to see you in person next year at Jack's Poetry Fest.